Whoa, hello everyone. Welcome to the Halloween episode.
We made it.
I can't.
Oh,
We've
God.
been doing weird. I mean, we always do weird, but we do a little.
We
throwing a
do
lot of sort of
weird and we do
extra spooky stuff all
scary
month.
things. I love October. It's my favorite month.
And now today we also have to say finally, happy birthday,
Happy
Rachel.
birthday!
Yay! I'm a whole 31 years old. Look at me go.
Congratulations. Amazing. I got something fun for you
I'm
here
excited.
this week.
Oh, good.
It's not so much in honor of your birthday, Rachel, as it is in honor of the greatest of holidays, Halloween, which is just days away. And I'm sure, a lot of the listeners, probably not all, because people listen to this around the world, and Halloween is not as big a deal in other parts of the world, though it is growing.
Tragic.
But I'm sure a lot of our listeners, especially those in the United States, have memories of going door to door with either like a pillowcase or one of those plastic orange pumpkins and getting a giant score of sugary candy. Does this sound correct?
Yes.
Yep.
I will say that it seems to be proportional to age because when I was younger, I got more candy than I did when I was like 10.
And is that just that you were smaller, though?
I was
It seemed
smaller.
like more?
No, I filled the
seemed like more.
pillowcase.
Interesting.
We did hit a college campus though, so
Okay.
that
There
might
you
be
go.
it. That might be it.
Well, I want you to imagine in this scenario, you've already gone out to your, all the houses and gotten your candy. You've already fully sorted and swapped candy with whoever you were out with. And so you have all your favorites. And now you're on a mission to get fully sugared up and enjoy the
Yes.
other part of Halloween, eating the candy.
Yes.
Maybe you watch a fun movie like Casper the Friendly Ghost, or perhaps, like in my family, you sit down to watch the R-rated slasher horror film Halloween with your 5-year-old.
Okay. Explains a lot about you, Kirk.
Yeah,
Doesn't
true
it?
story. I watched Halloween when I was, I believe, just 5. I turned out fine.
Good job.
So imagine, though, that you're sitting in the dark watching a movie about a man in a William Shatner mask terrorizing a small town with a knife, and you're unwrapping each candy in turn and popping them into your mouth. Some you can perhaps tell by shape what they are, while others are a mystery until you bite down. Snap, crunch, ooze, maybe even a squirt. There's many sensations you can identify: a Kit Kat, Milky Way, perhaps Gushers. Here's a box of crunchy nerds. There's a small envelope of jelly beans. What's this? Is it a Nestle's Crunch or a Hershey's Crackle? Well, you're munching down on your snacks when you bite into something unfamiliar.
Uh-oh.
It has a crunchy outer coating and a gooey inside, but it isn't nougat or caramel. What is it? It isn't even sweet. You turn on the light to look and see you've just taken a big bite right through the middle of a giant cockroach.
Oh, no,
no.
Kirk. Kirk,
Oh,
no.
Kirk,
You know I have a
Kirk.
cockroach phobia.
Oh no.
Oh, the crunch
Oh,
was, of course, the
no.
exoskeleton. The gooey insides are literally just the gooey insides of a cockroach.
Oh,
Now, that sounds pretty gross, right?
Did this happen to you?
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
Lucky for you, just remember, this is not reality we're talking about right now. We're just using our imagination. I said imagine, right?
we imagined
we
so
don't-
hard we thought it was real.
I know. We don't really pop insects into our mouths on Halloween. Or do we?
Oh, no.
Kirk, why? Why?
That's what we're
talking
talking
about
about this
something
week.
Fun like chocolate-coated
Insects.
ants?
Oh,
Right?
no. So insect parts clearly accidentally end up in our food. It's unavoidable.
Yes.
Insects are lurking inside peanut shells, on cocoa pods. They can simply just fall right into the vats of chocolate at a factory. It is so unavoidable that I know, at least in the U.S., we've set limits on how much insects can be in certain foods. For example, I did find peanut butter can have an average of 30 insect fragments per 100 grams, right? Now, that's all accidental, though. Like, companies aren't adding insects to like pad out the bottom line and stretch the peanut butter further. They aren't adding insect materials on purpose, except for when they are.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, that's
Okay.
today's topic.
Oh, wait.
The insect products that are in your Halloween candy. Turn up the volume, turn down the lights, grab your favorite candies, and let's eat some insects. Are you ready?
I mean, I guess so.
I guess so, as I'll ever be.
First up, are any
I've
of these
eaten
candies
insects
in your
before.
bowl?
What?
Nerds,
Nerds.
jelly beans, gobstoppers, M&Ms, gummy bears, or red suckers? Any of those in your Halloween candy bowl this year?
Probably some M&Ms, I think.
I've got some suckers.
Well, these foods can all contain an additive known in Europe as E120, or in the US as natural red number 4, or simply as carmine. So, what is carmine? It's a natural red dye made from ground up insects.
Yes, I do know about this one. Cochineal.
That's what it is. Yes, exactly. Yeah, specifically the dye comes from the cochineal insects. And incidentally, this is the same red dye that made the famous red coats of the British infantry. It's also the red color found in nearly every red lipstick. So when you apply lipstick, just remember you're putting crushed insect extract on your lips to make them look sexier.
That's not vegan.
I mean,
That's also special.
That is not vegan.
Cochineal insects are small, scale-like insects that live on prickly pear cacti in Central and South America and in the Canary Islands. Those are kind of the two major production areas for them. The female cochineal insects are harvested by brushing them off cactus pads by hand. The harvested insects are dried and then crushed to release the red color, which is carminic acid. And this liquid extract containing carminic acid is then mixed with a precipitating agent, typically a solution of aluminum or calcium salts. And then you have a very bright, stable, and food-safe dye. So it is hard to nail down an exact list of foods that contain carmine, as the ingredients change from country to country and even from year to year. And a good example is red M&Ms in Europe do contain carmine, while red M&Ms in the US contain artificial red dye number 40. Though I have to tell you, Mars said they are switching all M&Ms coloring in the US to natural coloring by 2026. So here in the US, we may be seeing a switch to carmine or natural red number 4 soon. So maybe for next Halloween, here in the US, we'll have red M&Ms colored by insects, which is really special.
It's all natural.
It's all natural. This may sound gross, but you know what? People like colored foods, and studies have even shown that
insects before.
Oh, I've eaten grass. I've eaten crickets. We've done that at work, where we will take crickets and dry roast them and then dip them in chocolate and have kids eat them as like a dare kind of thing. And they're nutritious and good for you. And I said, this may all sound kind of gross, but keep in mind, people really like colored foods. And studies have even shown that the color of your food can affect how you perceive the flavor.
Yeah.
So you have the same thing, one with coloring, one without, or different colors, and it'll completely change how you perceive how it tastes. At one time, natural coloring agents like carmine were the most popular food coloring method. And once synthetic alternatives became available, many manufacturers switched to the synthetics because they were cheaper. Remember I said carmine, the insects have to be brushed off by hand off of these cactuses. Well, eventually, we did learn that some of those synthetics, while they were cheaper, also had health problems associated with them, such as potentially causing cancer. So there was a swing back to more natural coloring in a lot of things. But there are challenges there too, as vegans don't want to eat insect-based colors. You mentioned earlier that, some different, lipsticks and things are not considered vegan because of the insect-based color in there. It's also considered forbidden or haram for some Muslims as well. So we're seeing a switch to a lot of plant-based colors. But the problem is they usually aren't as bright. And if you want to see an example of this, just take a look at the muted colors of Fruit Loops in the UK compared to the really bright colored Fruit Loops in the US, and you'll see the effect that different colorant choices can have on products. And, the colorants can actually change flavor too. I know, for instance, my kid was a huge fan of Kraft macaroni and cheese. And in the past few years, they just switched to all natural colors instead of artificial ones. And a lot of people have complained that the Kraft mac and cheese doesn't taste as good anymore. It tastes terrible because the natural colorants have probably what it is more flavor than the artificial ones do. So I know what you're thinking. Okay, well, I don't have a lot of red candy in my bowl. I'm probably safe from eating insect products on Halloween, right? No, think again.
Chocolate.
Many of the candies we eat have a coating on them that is called confectioner's glaze. Now,
Oh,
that sounds really
Okay.
lovely,
It
but the truth
does.
is that an important ingredient in confectioner's glaze is shellac. And shellac is a resin that is excreted by the lac beetle. Shellac is often
What?
used as a sealant and wood finisher on furniture to give it a nice shine. It was more popular before artificial varnishes, but it is still used today. It's also, though, used to put on candies to give them a nice, shiny coating. So,
wow. I did not know that.
candy corn, jelly beans, junior mints, Whoppers, Skittles, Raisinets, Milk Duds, Tootsie Rolls. See a pattern here? Like most of those candies.
I love Tootsie Rolls and Milk Duds
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Skittles.
that we can't be friends anymore if you like Tootsie Rolls. I'm sorry.
I like
now.
the fruity flavored ones.
I'm sorry. Just give me real chocolate if you're gonna do some chocolate.
I'll eat your Tootsie Rolls.
You
I
can
like
have
Tootsie
them all.
Rolls. They're not chocolate exactly, but
No.
They're certainly not.
I
no.
enjoy I enjoy them for what they are. Let's just.
I
Yeah.
think
that
as a
way.
kid, I always was offended by them because I was like, "Where's the chocolate?" But
Fair.
it's fine if you like Tootsie Rolls. It's fine. It's fine. We can be friends as long as you don't like pineapple. So, most candies that have some sort of sugary glaze on the outside are coated in confectioner's glaze, and thus you are sucking on resin excreted by beetles.
Yum.
Which- Yeah, that's not all though. Let's talk about candy with insect barf in it. How many of you enjoy candy corn or a bit of honey?
No.
Because let's not
yeah,
forget
I
that
like
honey.
those.
Honey is
Honey
barf,
comes
that's
from
true.
the inside guts of bees. They
That's
drink
true.
nectar
Yeah.
from flowers. They then barf it back up along with the enzymes that were inside their stomach, and that
Yeah.
eventually turns into honey. So
Mhm.
interesting, we actually have less candy with honey in it than we used to because honey is expensive and
Yeah.
corn syrup is cheaper.
Yeah.
Candy corn, especially Brock's candy
Gross.
corn, which is a big brand, where we are, is arguably the most popular brand of candy corn, I believe. They do still use honey. So if you like candy corn, you're getting a double insect whammy. As remember, it's also covered in shellac. So you're
I don't
really
like
getting all
candy
your
corn, so we
insect-
are
well,
good.
You're safe. Yep. Candy corn is divisive.
It is divisive. I
It
do
really
like it
is. Divisive.
if it's fresh.
I
But it's very,
go back-
very sweet.
Yeah, I try it every once in a while to see if my taste has changed.
And you go, nope, still don't like
And
it.
then I go, nope, not
Now
today.
the truth is that all of this is totally fine. Eating insects and insect extracts is perfectly normal, and humans have been eating insects often just like the entire insect, right, for millennia. Insects are a highly nutritious food source that are regularly eaten by many cultures around the world. I know we sometimes think, well, sure, some humans eat insects, but not me. Well, just remember this little story as you munch on your red M&Ms, and be sure to thank an insect for their contribution to your holiday sweets.
Awful.
You're welcome. Just here to,
Thanks a lot, Kirk.
make you think.
That was great.
We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll find out what Rachel has for us for Halloween.
Welcome back, everyone. So, for Halloween, today's story begins with a mystery.
Ooh, I love a mystery.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
In 2014 in Russia, a father goes down to the basement to retrieve something they had stored for winter. He didn't come back. It was supposed to be a short trip.
Wait,
So-
wait.
Okay. Uh-oh.
He went to the basement?
He went to the basement.
Was it a ghost?
No ghosts. So he didn't come back up from the basement. So his wife obviously is like, yo, where's my husband? She went
Right.
down to see what was taking him so long. She
Like, as
also
you should.
didn't come back.
Carbon monoxide?
After waiting a bit, their oldest son, who unfortunately was 18, went down to the basement to see where his parents had gone, the son did not return to the rest of the family that was upstairs.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
The father's mother, then thinking something is up, something's going on, called a neighbor for help. And then, before any help could come, also went down to the basement.
Oh.
Don't go in the basement. Never go in the
she
basement.
Did not return. She left the door open, which left the 4 family members to be then found dead by the youngest, who
Oh my God.
unfortunately was an 8-year-old girl before
Oh my
police
God.
arrived. What do you think happened?
Carbon monoxide?
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Okay.
This seems like
Not
one of those
carbon
like
monoxide.
one of those enclosed space
Mhm.
situations where people keep on checking on the next person and they
Yeah.
Some
succumb
kind of
to like a lack of oxygen.
gas situation or lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
I do have a guess, Rachel, that I like randomly saw in a Reddit comment like yesterday or the day
Ooh.
before, which
Yeah.
is gonna.
hmm
Do you want me to say it?
So
I want you to go ahead and do.
let me
We can
give
edit
you
that out,
one.
so-
No. I want you to say, I'm going to give you all both a little bit more. So each member of the family, upon going down the stairs, fainted. And then, as they had presumably closed the door behind them, fell victim to what you said, Victoria, a buildup of gases that had
Yeah.
replaced the oxygen in their basement.
Was it potatoes?
Potatoes.
It was
That's what I was gonna
potatoes.
say.
Yeah, it's potatoes. So, thankfully, they all did
Yes.
die, like, quickly, but, like, unfortunately, they did die. So the basement contained improperly stored potatoes, which had
think I've
become
heard of that before.
severely rotten after being stored by the winter. So what
Oh
on
my
earth
God.
happened, y'all, right?
Yes.
So yeah, my episode is about potatoes and how they actually could kill you.
Killer potatoes.
Killer potatoes for this Halloween episode. So I actually really
my
love
gosh.
potatoes. I love
I love
any
it. They're
form of
great.
potatoes.
Yeah.
They're
They're
so
great.
good. Phenomenal. But things that we forget is that potatoes are actually a member of the nightshade family, as
Yeah.
are tomatoes and eggplants.
Oh yeah.
Nightshade
And peppers.
famously, and peppers. Nightshade famously poisonous, very deadly, very toxic. Generally, potatoes are pretty great for humans when they're properly stored and cooked. A baked potato, for example, with a bit of butter and salt, has a majority of the necessary vitamins and minerals humans need for being able to function. Also, is a solid form of calories to keep you going and fill your stomach, right?
And a surprising amount of protein, actually.
Exactly, especially if you're eating the skin on the potato. Just love them. However, if they're improperly stored, things can get deadly very quickly. So
yes.
all potatoes, all of those in the nightshade family, can contain something called solanine. Solanine is a steroid alkaloid that is a type of defense mechanism that is found in all of those in the nightshade family. Okay?
Okay.
It's a toxic compound that prevents fungus and prevents insects from going after and eating it. And it can occur naturally in any part of the plant. When
Makes
a
sense.
potato is improperly stored, what will happen is it starts to grow. It'll start to create more solanine. So, solanine is, in short, you ever see a potato like green?
Sure.
I was just going to ask, isn't that what causes the green color? Yeah.
It technically, that is chlorophyll actually
Right.
The
beginning
green
to,
itself is
the
not.
green itself is the chlorophyll, is not, but it does indicate a higher level of solanine.
Would be present. Okay.
And that is present. So once a potato gets eyes, starts to look green, or starts to
Do
grow
not
any
eat.
sort of tubers, do not eat them. It does not
Yeah.
matter what you do to prepare them. I am nervous about that now. So potatoes, to be stored properly, need to be in a place with a lack of light, pretty cold and pretty dark, which you would think
Yeah.
would be good in the basement of a Russian house, but apparently they were not stored properly.
Wow.
Any exposure to light, any sort of physical damage, and over a period of time, they will increase the amount of glycoalkaloids. And there's so many different types of potato, y'all. There's so many species, but they
Yeah.
all contain different levels. Higher levels generally, once they any commercial varieties turn green, they go above the limit that is safe for human consumption, and
Gotcha.
that is found within the potato's skin, especially. So you got to be real careful. So solanine poison, it can become a gas. So, which is what
See, that
happened.
had not remembered. Okay.
Yes. So over time, it can be they need to, in order to create and use more of the solanine, in the potato, you have chlorophyll, so there's some light in that space, and as the tuber itself rots, it's releasing some methane and some noxious gas, but it also is going to be exchanging some of the solanine for the oxygen in order to create, because it's going to produce oxygen in some slight form as well, but if it's not getting the right things or the right combination of light and such, it's going to use
Right.
more of the solanine. So what happens is it is a saponin, which is the chemical family. So it's is a organic chemical that it's in a lot of plants that are in the bark and the stems and things. So if you eat enough of it, what happens is you can become nauseous, a lot of gastrointestinal issues. So you can become have nausea, diarrhea, vomiting. You can have severe stomach cramps, cardiac dysrhythmia. It can cause nightmares, headache,
Oh my gosh.
dizziness. It can
That all
cause
sounds
thyroid
awful.
problems. Yes. And even in more severe cases, it can cause hallucinations, can cause paralysis, fever, hypothermia, and it can cause death. So in any moderate
Can it make you see
amounts,
ghosts?
probably, actually, yeah, because you can get hallucinations.
Yeah.
Any kind of ingestion of it in moderate amounts can cause death. So doses of 2 to 5 milligrams of to your body weight. So 2 to 5 milligrams per kilogram of body weight will cause toxic symptoms, and doses of 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram
Wow.
of body weight can be fatal. And these symptoms generally only happen 8 to 12 hours after you eat them, but can occur as fast as 10 minutes. So,
Whoa.
yeah. We're still learning how exactly it causes toxicity. And we're still learning a lot actually about solanine and solanine poisoning. We think that it has something to do with the pathways of the enzymes and it's interrupting some pathway.
Okay.
But it's not super well known. Yeah, but I saw probably that Reddit post actually, and I was like, that's wild. This has to be bogus. And it's not. It's a
That's
true thing
wild.
that can happen.
So if someone puts a
Yeah.
potato in a trick-or-treat bag or pumpkin, that's beware.
Yes. Yeah, please be
Okay.
careful.
But all of this stuff you're talking about, Rachel, is like if you eat the bad potato.
Yeah, but this
Yes.
guy was airborne. That's like
Yeah.
it can give it off as a gas
it was
too.
also becoming the potatoes had been like improperly stored and
Like rotting.
they were absolutely rotting. So it was a combination of the solanine poison and it was a combination of like methane from actual like rotting. So it replaced
There
the
you go,
oxygen in the basement. I guess they hadn't gone to their cellar in months or something.
They must not have, because
And
rotting
yeah.
potatoes smell absolutely putrid, and you would notice.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they
Wow.
must have not done that like gone down there cuz the smell literally was that smell is the solanine becoming more airborne and stuff. So
Ugh.
it is not good. Definitely do not.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
an
'cause
incident in my kitchen a couple weeks ago. There was a bag of potatoes that I had forgotten about, and I was like, "What is that
Oh,
smell? Where is
no.
that coming from?"
Yup.
Ugh.
Yeah, so once they become mushy and rotten, the rotting is literally the noxious solanine gas. So that is that smell, and it will make you unconscious. And if you are in that space long enough, it can cause death. So yeah, if you have potatoes, not to scare you even more there, Victoria, about those potatoes, but yeah, so if you store them for any time, any period of time, if you store potatoes, look for signs of mold or eyes. Remove any potatoes that have any sort of like eyes. You want to properly ventilate the area if you are going to remove
When you say
them.
eyes, do you mean eyes that have started to sprout?
Yeah, so potatoes, the tubers themselves have spots all over them. So like
Yeah.
when they start to sprout, that's when you
Okay.
should remove them.
I'm
Yes.
like, because my potatoes got eyes all over them, but they haven't sprouted.
Oh yeah,
yet.
yeah. Yeah, so you want to make sure you properly store them. You want them to be stored in complete darkness. That
Very
is
important.
the best way to keep them safe. So that's what I have for you all today is deadly potatoes, things you didn't
Scary.
know. A little scary. My sources this week, original article came from it came from a couple different places, but Unilad had the original article, but I also found it with the Huffington Post as well as the United Press, UPI. Rotting potatoes in basement kill 4 members of Russian family. That was an article in 2013 that was done. I also used Wikipedia as a nice resource, but also the Michigan State had a extension article about storing potatoes for quality and food safety by Michelle Jarvie. Thank you. And then, of course, solanine poisoning. It was an open access journal. Solanine poisoning effects, risks, and management strategies by Mine Karaka. I'm not even going to try that other name. Good job. It's in it's a Turkey. The Journal of Experimental and Basic the Journal of Experimental and Basic Medical Sciences. Open access. Thank you so much. And that is what I got for you both today. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we return, it'll be Victoria.
Hey, we're back. All right, to wrap up this episode, my topic today is a Halloween threefer. So I just want you two to list a bunch of Halloween-y things, like stereotypical Halloween stuff.
Black cats, witches,
ghosts, candy,
bats,
bobbing for apples, hay rides,
pumpkins,
apple cider,
like scary things,
jack-o'-lanterns,
scarier.
haunted houses, clowns,
yeah, like zombies,
scarecrows, ghosts,
like mummies,
aliens, mummies.
Okay, you got some of them.
Monsters.
We got monsters in general.
Spiders.
Frankenstein.
Spiders.
Dracula. Vampires.
Okay.
Mothman.
Yeah, good. All right.
She's
I
like,
sent you a
stop.
picture in your email earlier, or a link to a picture. So you
Okay.
can open that up
Oh,
now.
no. Okay. So.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, God, no.
No.
Why would you
What?
send this to me?
Okay. Describe what you're looking at, please.
I'm looking at the face of a bat
This poor bat.
with a spider.
Shark teeth. It's not a
on
spider.
it?
It has
No,
6 legs.
It's not. It's not a spider. Gosh,
But
it looks
but
like a
it's not-
spider.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't seem to have 3 body parts. It looks like a
No.
spider, but it has 6 legs.
Like, okay, some kind of like spider mimic, perhaps.
Maybe.
It is sitting
It's-
like on the snout of
It's sitting
this
like between the ears, between the eyes, with 2 pairs of legs going
coming down around the snout.
Oh,
Appear to be
it
little
looks-
drops of like liquid at the end of the
The
legs.
feet? Are they?
This
is it biting?
if this is an insect, it's very hairy. It's it's a Halloween color. It's hairy. It's orange and yellow and kind of a cream color. And it's
Is it-
so very hairy.
Is it like
What is going
biting
on
the
here?
bat?
I don't
It
think
looks
Yeah,
like
bited
it's
that.
biting the bat. It looks like it's like embedded, like a tick embedded into a bat.
Well,
The bat looks unhappy.
Yes.
good observations, everybody. Yes. So this picture, by the way, was awarded at the highly commended level in the Wildlife Photographer of the Year competition a few years ago. So this, as you noted, does look like a spider, but it only has 6 legs. Yes, it is an insect.
Okay.
And-
Wow.
And get this, it is a fly. It's a fly.
What?
What?
No, it's not. How is that
Shut
a fly?
up.
It is
No.
That is not a fly. What
Parasitic
That
is-
does not look like a
fly.
fly.
No.
Where are its wings?
A parasitic fly that spends its entire life on a bat. It doesn't need wings. The bat flies. Although usually they don't necessarily hang out on the bat's face all the
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lower
this
back is more
terrib-
typical.
I hate that. Oh, God.
They do suck the bat's blood. So
No.
it is a vampire fly that looks like a spider that lives on a bat. So there's your Halloween topic
That is
right
the most
there.
Halloweeny thing ever.
Oh my God.
I mean, I said
Okay.
spiders. I didn't say flies that look like
I said-
spiders.
Bat.
Wow.
You
I
mentioned
love
This
that.
is so
Dracula. So
so
Oh my
strange.
Yeah. Oh my God.
now
don't
you
know what
see
to
why
make of
my
this.
Prion episode was not my Halloween episode. Because I
yeah,
had this.
I get it. I get it.
So bat flies are indeed flies in the order Diptera, and they come from 2 families: the Stribleidae and the Nycterabidae, or something. Generally speaking, they have these spider-like bodies, reduced eyes, in some species totally absent or just like reduced to very basic eye spots that can sense only light and dark. They have a very hard exoskeleton, as you can see from the picture. And they have lots of setae, bristles, that they use for an enhanced sense
Yeah.
of touch to move around because they don't see very well. They also have
Okay.
a good sense of smell, as you would expect. And the reason you couldn't really see 3 body parts is because their heads are very tiny, and in a lot of species, they stick sort of up from the
Oh.
top of the thorax. So there's like a
Okay.
little nub. If you look, that's its head.
Okay. I did see the nub, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I don't think that
Okay.
fly is actually biting the spider in that moment in the picture.
Well, that's very nice of it, not to bite him right in the face.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna bite it in the face.
Some species are totally wingless, which, as you say, like very strange for a fly.
fly?
You expect flies to have wings because
Right.
it's right there in the name.
It's a fly.
True enough, yeah.
But other species do have wings that they use and then shed at a different stage in their life cycle. They also have incredibly grippy little claws on their feet that let them cling extremely well to the bat host And they can also run extremely fast all around its body.
Awful. I hate that. They
so-
can run around the body of the bat very fast.
God
don't
bless.
Like that.
There's a YouTube channel called The Ant Lab, which is super nerdy. I love it. I just discovered it with this researching this episode. And the guy who runs this channel, I think he's an entomologist,
I would hope so.
he went out in the field with bat researchers because he had heard about bat flies and he wanted to capture one and get it filmed in the lab. So he did this, and after they captured a bat and it had one of these parasites on it, and he was filming it, and you could see it just like skittering around in an incredibly fast and creepy way all over the bat's body. It was unbelievably speedy.
Hate that.
But he did also get it into the lab, and he took video of it that he then slowed down by a factor of 6 or something.
Okay.
So you could actually see how it moved. And they have a very strange walk. They raise each front. They have a tripod walk, which is very typical for insects. So 2 legs on one side, one on the other, and then alternate. But they raise their front legs up in the air, sort of like a goose step kind of thing before stepping down. And they actually retract their claws up, kind of like how they move them upwards with each step.
Huh.
And when they're separated from their host, as they were for this filming episode, they stand up on their hind legs and wave their front legs around in the air, which is sort of like ticks do when they're looking for a host to grab onto.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But also,
Bat flies only leave their hosts to give birth, or I could not find anything out about how they mate and when. So maybe males leave to mate as well. But I say give birth, and I mean it. They
give live birth?
They give live birth. The female bat fly gestates a single egg inside her body.
Okay.
In her uterus, I guess. It remains inside her as it hatches, and she feeds it from a milk gland.
What?
Call back to my episode about non-mammalian milk.
Sure.
So I think I looked back at my notes for that episode, and I had actually mentioned the tsetse fly, which also lays a single egg.
Okay. Yeah.
And has milk gland. And they are from the same superfamily of flies, actually.
Oh my God.
All of which are blood-sucking parasites that give birth to a single live young. I mean, tsetse flies are they don't spend their life on their host. They fly around to different...
Yeah.
Like mosquitoes.
Still.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
At any rate, the larva continues to grow and molt inside her body. And right before the larva is ready to pupate, she leaves her host bat and gives birth to the pupa in a safe place. All of this takes place within the bat colony, presumably as the bat is sleeping. Then she goes right back to her host. And when the adult baby fly emerges from the pupa, it is right there already in the bat colony, so it doesn't have to go very far to find a host. You can see kind of why there's this reproductive strategy of only a single egg, because the single egg has a pretty good chance of surviving because of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And bat flies can become pregnant several times over the course of their life.
What?
Yes. I saw this picture and I started looking into it, and the more I found, it was just weirder and weirder. So
that is truly bizarre.
Could not pass up sharing about the vampire spider bat fly for Halloween.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Jesus.
We will try to include a photo of one in our newsletter.
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
My sources this week, there was this great article from the UK Natural History Museum from April 2021 by Emily Osterloff that included that picture. And that YouTube a video from the ant lab that I mentioned about bat flies, and then a bit of background information from Wikipedia. And I think that wraps up our Halloween episode this week.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I look forward to it every year to see what we're going to bring. And I think this year we covered quite a wide variety of topics. So
Yeah, a lot of unexpected things, that is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if tradition holds, probably next week we're going to all find some topic that's just way more horrifying than Halloween.
Probably.
I will say I do have my topic picked out, and
And is it horrifying and scary?
yeah.
Oh, great.
Always happens.
Look
Yep.
forward to that.
See you
Please
in
do.
November.
Yeah, see you in November.
Right.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks, everyone, for listening to today's show. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes drop every Wednesday, and we love sharing this strange world with all our listeners. If you would be so kind as to leave us a 5-star rating and review wherever you get your podcasts, that would be great. It lets other lovers of the strange discover the show. You can reach us by searching for Strange by Nature Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky. You can send us an email as well. Our address is contact@strangebynaturepodcast.com. If you want more information about the show, you can check out our website, strangebynaturepodcast.com, and you can support the show and get ad-free episodes at patreon.com/strangebynature. Until next week, get outside, stay curious, and embrace the strange.